Hello and welcome back to Rogue Trader. We are traveling through space today. We're traveling through the warp. We just wrapped up Kiava Gamma, bringing it under heretical control, pledging ourselves to the dark gods. And we got to do some spacing. We got to do some exploring here today. The warp jump was unusually hectic. Most recent attack of scrap code disabled many of the sacred machines, whose malfunctioning algorithm showed no sign of failure until the vessel departed real space and surrendered itself to the Sea of Souls. Only the navigator's talent and the tireless vigil of the tech priest saved the voidship from ruin. Yeesh. Sneaking out. See what's down on these. The word bearers worshipped the Emperor until he way overreached, which drove them to chaos. Overreacted. Led to the Horus failing and that whole heresy, which you might have heard about. Emperor screwed up royally and was responsible for about 10,000 years of war. Classic Empire, right? We're also very mad at Heinrichs. That's true. We do have to go talk to him. During the warp voyage, the Navigator Sanctum reported that there are warp reefs right on the ship's course. The fragments of the Sea of Soul give material form. The Navigator may steer the ship past the dangerous region or risk approaching the ragged formation and gain valuable insight. Oh, valuable insight. Following the Lord Captain's orders and the Nav's instruction, the void ship approached the warp reefs and passed the sharp formation without brushing against a single one. No one on board noticed anything in particular. It became a momentous event for the Navigator, who gained a special understanding of warp emanations. 6 insights. That's out of goddamn control. That's so many insights. That's incredible. Your task today is explain in 25 words or less why Magnus did nothing wrong. Good luck. Oh, we have level ups. Are they important level ups? Ooh, they are double talent level ups. Ay-yo. Well, every ally within a 3-cell radius of the familiar has resolve increased by +2. Honestly, I think I could just take that one. That's pretty easy choice. We already have characteristic training fellowship. Here's the thing is, like, we don't do a lot. I am using a shield now. That's a shield bash thing. This is also shield bash. Shield only occupies a slot in a single weapon set. Melt a weapon proficiency. Oh, yeah. The Melta we have is, like, special. You don't need proficiency to use it. It's hard to decide what to do as an officer. If the enemy has melee superiority against a Hive World character, the effect is decreased by 10. Yeah. 50% dodge bonus against the first attack of opportunity every round. Man. We don't really deal damage is the other problem. Like, so all of our noble skills, some of our noble skills don't really work so well for us. Honestly, I think I might just take, like, base skill persuasion. That's sort of like our thing, so. Can we get some Xenoblades? Yes, actually. I have a Xeno sword for Cabela. We're going to take Alderi weapon proficiency for her. For that ability. And then, every turn, the first use of an assassin ability costs 0 AP. Man. That's pretty crazy. Then again, most of the assassin abilities don't really cost much AP. That costs 0. That costs 1. Seek the opening. A free seek the opening is not bad. But also, like, at the start of the assassin's turn, all enemies that do not have the assassin in their line of sight suffer the unsuspecting effects at the end of the assassin's turn. Often, Cabela runs all the way back to me, so she often starts out of line of sight of everyone. 7% hit chance, 7% critical hit chance against unsuspecting enemies. That could certainly work. Oh, never mind. When the assassin hits an opening, their damage is increased by 3% until the end of combat stacks. Yeah, no, that's what you're taking that for sure. Oh, I can't believe we have so many level ups. There's so many level ups to do. Increase armor and parry by 1%. That's good on you. At least some of these will be straightforward. You have picked up most things that I want. 12 warp damage to each enemy it passes while moving. That could be kind of nice. Alternatively, I could just take Psyker Terminus here. I guess I could take Psyker Terminus here. New Psyker powers. New, stronger Psyker powers. Yeah, you know what? Let's take Impure first. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Our good bounty hunter. Kills an enemy with a critical hit. All enemies... All allies around the target. That's not very many. Movement points. Call the Bold additionally removes difficulty. Let's take this. We'll upgrade Call the Bold. Heinrich, I don't know what I want on you anymore. I think I actually maybe favorited a bunch of this stuff. I sure did. Oh, you could just take Psyker Terminus. Let's do that. Okay, and I'm not using most of you guys. It looks like Solomorn has been removed, and he is now just 2 dogs. 2 dogs in a trench coat. I have Glado. Solomorn is no longer on my ship. Okay. What I really wanted to do here was put on these Howler cannons. I'm gonna put them on the port side is what we're gonna do. Oh, they're so nasty. Four shots at 26. They're nasty. Solomorn escaped? Possibly. Rogue Shader's voidship is facing several Alderi scout ships. The Xenos are in no hurry to attack, and time seems to have slowed down. One wrong move and carnage will ensue. Torpedoes. Xeno artifacts. Well, I mean, I just saved. God, I don't know that we fought a lot of Alderi yet. An Aconite, Shadow Hunter, and a Shadow Hunter. We do get to go first, which is very cool. Stoked for that. Kind of seems like let's just go right past them.
Send their souls to the void. Let the Imperium guide us. Unleash our wrath upon my enemy.
Up, up, up. Ooh. Weak point there too. We have a boarding party, but I don't necessarily know that we need it. I don't know. Here's a good question. Do these share the same cooldown? Or do they all have their own unique cooldown? That is a great question. I mean, you're 4 shots, you're 2 shots twice. Let's just go like that.
Macro cannons, annihilate them.
Nice new plasma cannons.
Emblazon our path.
Then we can swing up, keep a good shield open. And honestly, let's warp wave him. Just do a little bit of extra damage. Am I a 40k nerd? Yes. Yeah, pretty big time. I read a lot of the books. That's sort of my like 40k weakness. Okay. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is this a good intro to 40k? Yeah, I think so. You learn a lot about like the different factions. I don't think it requires you to have like that much 40k knowledge going into it. I didn't have a lot of 40k knowledge going into this the first time. Like when I first played it, when it first came out. But having more knowledge definitely does like make it more interesting. Because you kind of like see the things when they're happening. But yeah, definitely not like mandatory.
Let destruction pour forth.
Boop, 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 boop.
Nobody survives battle with these voidship.
See ya later, dweebs. These are all just torpedoes. Torpedo, torpedo, torpedoes. Yes. They're going that way. They're going this way. They're going this way. We got a lot of torpedoes going on here. Kind of worryingly. Sort of want to about face like right there. Oh. Can't quite get the shot I need, but if I know nothing about 40k except that everyone got a boner for the God King, yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be totally fine. The thing is like most of the things as you learn about them, it's kind of one of the fun things about 40k is most people don't know about what's going on in the galaxy. So you're playing as a character that doesn't necessarily know that, maybe you've never seen all the different types of aliens. Maybe you don't know a lot about chaos because like the Inquisition keeps it very, very secret. So everything that you encounter, someone will kind of explain to you as it happens or teach you a little bit about it. And you'll get little tastes of the different like factions and groups and what's going on in the universe. It's also like not tied into the 40k plot at all. Like you don't really need to know anything about like the greater whatever the heck is going on in Warhammer world. Now, if I jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I jump and arc augury, I could get close to this guy. Fortunately, my plasma torpedoes here are not in the best spot. Yeah, I think let's do that. Zoop. And zoop. And zoop.
Unleash the storm of macro cannons.
Ooh, nice. Really good hits with those Promethean mortars. I'm just going to pass the turn. Because if that guy moves, my plasma torpedoes can then move into him. Unless they blow them up. Tricky, 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 tricky. Tricky to rock a rhyme that's right on time. Ooh. Okay. That's good. That came dangerously close. I also forgot to switch my shields around. Oh, nice. My torpedoes can just tank this. Huge boom.
Let the incandescent beams scorch our enemies.
You're done, buddy. Xenos scum.
Let destruction pour forth. Unleash our wrath upon my enemies.
Oh, what would be really smart if I used my flak ammo?
Let destruction pour forth.
Should I warp jump through him? Oh, no, I actually can't. Kerblamo!
Charter course.
And then we go that way. Those torpedoes go whatever way and explode. And we absolutely crush that combat. Passed a few insight checks before his character did. Yeah, that's true. There was a few things I saw in advance. So why is it called Warhammer? I think it comes from the fantasy version, which came first, where there is a famous Warhammer that's like the main god's weapon. Basically. In the fantasy version of 40k, there's a character called Sigmar who kind of is like the emperor of mankind in 40k, and he wields the hammer of Sigmar, which is a warhammer. So that kind of is the warhammer of Warhammer. Loosely. I'm sure some people will argue with me around that, but plus the galaxy is huge, traveling around it's super slow. Yeah, yep. Fujo Mito, thank you for the follow, dude. Welcome to the agency. Sigmar basically being the god emperor of the fantasy universe. Yeah. 40k years ago, some dude wielded a warhammer. Basically, yeah. It's kind of like a different universe, but also maybe the same universe. There's not really any... They've never really said whether or not it is or isn't. Leave that to speculation. This celestial body holds 0 interest, says Pascal. We can continue onwards. Yeah, it's got 1 plasteel. No thanks. 2 plasteel. Also no thanks. This planet looks like it's got something going on. Nothing whatsoever. This is the Forge World Euphrates 2. It belongs to explorers of the Cognizance Fleet. They colonized it centuries ago. Unfortunately, we do not possess the privilege of landing here. Why can't I go down to the planet? This world is declared off limits to the laity due to the sacred rites of the Ad Mechanicus being performed on its surface. I'm afraid the restriction applies even to your lordship. What kind of secrets are they hiding? Rumor says the servants of the Omniscience are calculating the formula of ultimate destruction in the secluded tech crypts of the world, seeking to confine it to a rigid system of previously unseen weapon primers. Others whisper that the local denizens have dedicated their lives to the restoration of a ruined divine weapon from the dark age of technology, whose power and technological perfection are so holy that a mere glance from a layman would be an affront to the Omniscience. Who do these guys think they are? Fitch just send them a note stressing my indignation. Unfortunately, the Treaty of Maris gives them the right to restrict the access to their domain. Should someone attempt to violate their sanctuary, the tech priests are authorized to open fire, and the firepower of their ground batteries are capable of destroying entire squadron. Initiate a confrontation is not advisable. All right, let's get the hell out of this system. This system sucks. That's the guy, the dead god emperor. Both are called Warhammer, so it's a clue. I mean, there's a lot of comparisons between Sigmar and the Emperor. They're kind of the same, but they are like, again, it's like different universes. So he could be Sigmar. He could be a modern version of Sigmar, and there certainly is some belief that that is the case. I'm gonna spend some of this built-up points we got. Zoop around. The God Emperor has many names and roles which are not known. Yeah. StarCraft, Warcraft, lazy marketing. Well, I mean, that's literally like Blizzard was making a Warhammer game, and then they didn't get the rights, or the rights were too expensive, and they were like, what if we just made our own Warhammer? And that's what they did. Lord Captain, I keep receiving reports about malfunctions in the various ship systems. This time we're dealing with unexplicable temperature fluctuations. Thermal control failures were observed not only in individual compartments, but even in the soldiers' protective equipment. Several crew members have suffered from burns and frostbite. The tech priests are performing the rites of machine spirit pacification and remain convinced that the issues were caused by the spirit's obstinacy and defiance. The reports claim the incidents remain well within the scope of expected performance parameters. Over the last few days, complaints about the malfunctioning thermal controls have dwindled, but the crew members have started whispering that our vessel is haunted. The tech priest's assurance that only the machine spirit's tempers are to blame are doing nothing to dissuade the ridiculous rumors. Ghost ship. Ghost ship. Uh-oh. Colony event. You can visit the colony at any time and complete the event. You can find out more information by going to the colony management screen. Whispers behind your back. The Lord Captain's presence will be required. Okay, there's also no way out of this system. To be honest, that'd be like 1, 1, 1, 1. I might just chart another path. Where is Dargonus? Here? No, that's Janus. Here, Mundos Valencias. This is all like really bad warp currents. It would take a lot for me to calm that. Meanwhile, I could just like carve a new path this way, and then this is at least better warp currents. I could probably run it straight to Janus if I wanted, yeah. It's insane that you could just do this. You could be like, I want to plot from here to here. I like it. What is insane? Didn't want to land anyway. Emperor Mankind's supposed to be reincarnated multiple times. He could be Sigmar, yeah. All fan theory. Games Workshop never confirmed if Sigmar and God Emperor are the same universe. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there is the belief that like there is a planet somewhere that is just Warhammer Fantasy. But they just haven't found it yet. Canon is great until someone like Disney buys it. Or Amazon. 5 Promethium. That seems low. I also have a lot of Promethium right now. Two plasteel is garbage. At least until I burn through some of this, I'm not going to pick up any of that. 2 plasteel is garbage. Is there nothing in this system? Oh! You wooed me! What a bore of a system. I spent so much getting down here and charting these courses. Pa-cha-pa, cha-cha-pa. Maybe I should just cut straight to Janus. You have a crazy path down this way, too. Cradle of Capri. Within rumor proximity, Eye of the Magnetic Storm. Magnetic Storm. Augur Anomaly in an abandoned camp. Xenotech. Plasteel. Not explored. How did I skip a planet there? That's weird. Can't remember what the magnetic storm is, so. Is there a reason not to pick it up? I only have so many extractums, and so I'm trying to kind of like maximize their value right now, so. Amazon has the rights to make 5-season show. Doesn't have any of the rights to the material to make that show. Yeah, yeah. Cancel Ring of Power and Wheel of Time. Yep. I think both of them, yep. At least Wheel of Time. I'm not sure for Ring of Power, but... What's the difference between true and canon? Good question. Warhammer has had a lot of retcons over the years. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Space Marine Mastercrafted Edition, also a good game as my first Warhammer game. Yeah, you could just play like the not mastercrafted edition, the one that costs like $5 instead of $50, and it's basically the exact same game. Most people have said that like the mastercrafted edition, like the remake of Space Marine, is not that great. It's very fun if you just like, if you like rootin', tootin', and shootin'. Space Marine is a really, really good game for that. I feel like it does that kind of pretty exceptionally well. Hop, 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 ha. You have a straight path to Ferbundus from there. So I should probably like clean up these lines. Just gonna do that. We'll make it yellow. It just gives us a slightly better path here. Officers of one of the lower decks stopped providing status reports. 3 days have passed since the Vox system broadcasted anything other than subdued moans and wet slapping noises. An enforcer sent squads to investigate reported that the denizens of the lower level had regressed to animals and succumbed to depravity. The connection with the squad was shortly lost. The High Missionary of the Adeptus Ministorum became flush with fury and condemned these as designs of the archenemy. This hotbed of heresy was cleansed with fire and prayer. Kiava Gamma also needs me to come back to it? No. The tech priests have made a sinister discovery on Kiava Gamma, a blasphemous machine built at the behest of the wicked Cubist Delphim. The mechanism is capable of picking up the whispers of the warp. It also occasionally transmits a discordant binaric melody to nowhere in particular, but no encrypted data or other threats have been detected. It seems to be on the functioning side effect of sorts. Of course, the idea of using a machine instead of astropaths to contact the voices of the warp may seem tempting. But this machine is teeming with corruption. Its fuel tanks are satiated with liquefied souls of your subjects. It has enough for now, but someday it's gonna need to be refilled. Definitely. Use it in place of the Astropathic Choir for security and efficiency. What does this one get me? Otherworldly Observer. All allies gain 7 awareness. How could Delphin construct a powerful and monstrous machine? By defying the dictums of the Omnisaya and venturing into the perilous field of experimenting with warp technology. It is dangerous knowledge, but the ancient and incredibly complex Vox core of the mechanism is much older than Delphin was. He probably found it here and made use of it to his own ends. Any risks? Typical of contact with the Imperium, it intercepts information from the warp, which puts the minds and souls of the staff serving the machine in jeopardy. The warp is treacherous. The secret artisans to whom you have entrusted the task of dealing with the legacy of the wicked Delphin claim to be able to use this device to your advantage and without risks. What does my retinue think? Special servants from the Forbidden Workshop study the mechanisms and make use of it as a replacement for the world's Astropathic Choir. Oh. Oh, sick. Because we took a heretic option here, I can just do this and I don't lose complacency. Ooh, what's the Imperium transfer receiver? Whenever the wearer is targeted by an ally's ability, the wearer gains the ally's fell bonus in temporary wounds. That's pretty nice. I think +7 awareness and the +1 security is probably what we go for, though. What's the other option? Security and efficiency. I love efficiency. You're rich, you want good lore that explains the universe in a game format? Oh, that's this game. That's definitely this game. What else would be good? I guess like Total War Warhammer does a decent job at the lore, but that's a fantasy. Definitely Rogue Trader is like playing a book, so. Huge fan of the books, but not dogmatic. Was fine with the turning of the wheel. I'm not aware of any one game that presents the lore universe of Warhammer 40k because it's so big, like at least 100 books worth of lore. Yeah. Easy. Rogue Trader is definitely the closest. Like it's got the most written stuff in it, so it'll teach you like quite a lot. So it starts an orgy. Star Wars novel where Luke is telling a reporter about an incident. We read the sensationalized version of the story. At the end of the story, Luke's like, "That's nothing like what I told you." Reporter was like, "Nobody cares if you killed people. They want a hero, so I gave them one." Yeah, this is there's a classic trick in if you're playing like D&D as a DM. You should always tell people, if like your players ask for information about the world, you should always have it delivered from a biased source, so they can learn things about the world, but they might learn it from a priest, like a priest of the ecclesiarchy, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, no, demons are bad and chaos is bad and that stuff doesn't really exist. Skaven isn't real," They're gonna have that kind of opinion. It doesn't necessarily mean that any of those things are correct, but that's what that person thinks. It's a great storytelling technique. So 100 books, just one part of the Horus heresy. Yeah, just scratching the surface. I am every time you ask your retinue about things, it changes all of your options. All allies gain 7 awareness. It's such a weird number. Is 7 the number of Tzeentch? If so, it's a very fitting number. Dude, I wish I could get security and efficiency and otherworldly observer for having this. I don't even want to tell my retinue I'm doing this because nobody in my retinue is a heretic like me. It's a big problem I have right now. No Space Wolves not going to play? We got Space Wolves. There's Space Wolves in this game. We just haven't unlocked them yet. It's that guy over there, Witch Hunter, spouting some nonsense about mythical, totally not real-sized man rats. You man. Receiving to transmitting. Security and efficiency or plus. I feel like the efficiency is the better option here, but it's really hard to turn down party stats. Your command shall be relayed to the manufactorum attendants. I'm going to take the option that's like, because you did a special heretical thing, you get this special option. The sinister heretics, under the protection of the rogue trader, moved the machine to their wicked lair. Listening to the echoes of the Imperium, they welcomed more corruption and dark knowledge into their souls. Thanks to the information overheard in the whispers of the warp, many heretical plots and blasphemous messages sent by the cult of the final dawn have been uncovered. The Protectorate has gained a new line of defense. And extra efficiency. Let's go. In Relv, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. There is a space doggy, yeah. I'm sure we'll unlock them at some point. Ooh, weapons. Ooh, 3 efficiency. Profit factor and mechanisms for phlogiston. Plasteel and mechanisms. We have lots of both of those. Only the revered and marvelously equipped temples of the Admech earn the right to become chapels of enumeration. Underneath the majestic vaults, cyber theurges exercise devastation-wreaking digital rakshas, while data smiths awaken the spirit of the blessed cogitators with arrhythmic liturgies and lex prayers. Yeah. I mean, we gotta get these projects done. Soon we'll have some weapons. I've not been to Janus. Oh. This whole system is uncharted. I don't even realize that. Lord Captain, according to the telemetry, the parameters of this system match those of Telecos Epsilon, home to the agri-world Janus that belongs to the Von Valancius dynasty. We've received a vox message from the planet. The agri-world's governor officially welcomes the rogue trader and reports that she has begun preparations for a formal reception to celebrate your arrival. Subjects are looking forward to your visit. I was just thinking about exploring a bunch of space first. You got some plasma batteries. Unlock all fire at the start of Act 3. Yeah. Or it's more like midway through Act 3. 3 plasteel. Lady Theodora loved frozen worlds. I never did discover the reason why, but the Lord Captain never missed a chance to visit a planet, even on the slightest pretext. Does efficiency and complacency turn straight into profit factor? I think efficiency gives you all the other materials. So if a planet makes 2 weapons, increasing efficiency should make it make 3 weapons. Now, I don't know how much you have to increase it by to do that, but... Governor Vyat's estate. I might just jerk around in space for a little bit here. We got a few other places here I do kind of want to explore. That's got an unexplored. You've got a magnetic storm. These are both like safe passes. Where does that go from there? I'm gonna do that. Now I have like green lines from here to Janus. If I green lined this, I'd have a safe path to Orselio Prophecy. And then a green line there would get me all the way to Mundus Valentius. Actually, all the way up to Narmer. This is kind of an expensive one to do, though. I will think it. Are you saying the internet is wrong? You've gone heretic? Already explored. What did we not explore? Already explored. Already explored. Already explored. I thought they said there was something here we haven't explored. Not colonized. Not colonized. Monastery of the Order of the Hammer. Oh, are you another planet for me to get? It says the red planet here is not explored. Feral world. I mean, I'm just going to check all these because they're clearly all done. I'm even extracting plasteel from this guy. 7 plasteel. Woo. Good grief. That planet we made a mess with? I do have a tendency to make messes with things. Malfunction in the engine chamber during the warp journey. The accelerator cogitator stopped obeying the tech priests, and for a few precious moments, the ancient machines were left to their own devices. The crew managed to avoid serious breakdown or accident. Several acolytes of the cult Mechanicus were turned into servitors as penance, and the bosun gave out several triple watches to the voidsmen who dredged up the old rumors about the cursed ship. Looks like we made it out okay, though. So this is the magnetic storm that's started happening. I think this was like just like a rumor that popped up. The magnetic storm raging above the planet blurs the gaze of the augur arrays. Only truly powerful diviner machines may see through the currents of magnetic fluctuations in their blessed vigil and discover the mysteries of the Emperor-forsaken planet. Oh. Damn, dudes. I didn't realize. I can spend 3 profit factor and get 5 adamantine. Lamesta 1 trading outpost has been causing problems for Dargona's trade for years by attracting merchants arriving from a number of systems. If only some pirates were motivated enough to blast this station with torpedoes. 9 weapons for 3 mobile extractums. Woo-wee. Incendia Corda facing a prolonged campaign to weed out the planet's blasphemous elements. And this just needs people and people. For my chemicals, I need my drugs. I'll sacrifice this profit factor for this. Especially because it's hiring pirates. All this jumping around was for nothing, man. I can't do these quests. You have a path into the Cradle of Kepri here. But it is super dangerous. Perhaps we make it safer. And we explore down here. Because I love exploring. When can we get Urillette? She's on Janus, so we're probably going to get her pretty soon. I think... But I don't think I'm going to use Solomorn much more. And Heinrichs we don't want. So it's probably going to be Urillette with, I think, double pistols I might give her. Try for a weird double pistol build. Starting your first heretical run as Arbites. Are you going to be sad whoever leaves your party? I don't know. I'm trying to get Heinrich kicked out of my party right now, but it's not been working so well. We actually have to go have a conversation with him, and I'm just dreading going to do it. I know I'm just going to be mad at him the whole time, so. 4 Xenotech. You feel like the right amount. For a good number. I always got to keep pulling up this guide. Yeah, 4 Xenotech is actually the most you can get. So let's extract that. Cradle of Kepri, like... This sounds like a Necron system. An Archaeotech mechanism fragrant. We have one of these. Now we have 2. Lots and lots of rumors. Any neck rounds around these parts? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, there might be. Uh-oh, there might be. 5 Promethium is okay, but we're kind of... We got a lot of Promethium right now. Distress signal. Get out of my party, Heinrich. Get into my party, Jay? Let's try that. I just rebuilt her, so she has like an insane amount of armor. I will have to quickly give her like 3 level ups, but that shouldn't take very long. That should only take us a heartbeat. 1 level up, that's not going to take us any time at all. You're going to get probably taunting defense. Do you parry? Actually, I don't know if you do parry. Yeah, you don't have that taunt ability, so probably not. When a Vanguard hits an enemy with an attack of opportunity, that enemy must make a willpower resistance test. Do you get attack of opportunities with guns? Bold question, bold question. Next attack made by an ally under force distraction additionally gains 3 MP. Let's take that. So I built her in this weird gun builds using the Kellermorph's weapons, which I'm not sure if they're going to be good. Fatigued. It's fatigued, not exhausted. But she's all about Imperium stacking. So she has 190 Imperium, and that gives her armor an additional 19 armor. So she has 69 armor, which is kind of nuts. Thinking about picking this up on Steam sale, you recommend the game? Absolutely. And in fact, if you go to Humble Bundle right now, it is in the Humble Monthly Bundle. So I don't know what it's on for the Steam sale right now, but you can pick it up on the Humble Bundle and get a bunch of other games with it. For like, I don't know, probably 20 bucks. 50% right off on Steam as well. Yep. More than beat the 1 hour content per $1 invested. Yeah. It's like an $80 game on the 80 hour game in the base game. The story's good. There's good replay value. Yeah, and it's been out for a while, so like most of the problems with the game have been bugs, and most of those bugs have been ironed out by this point.
I'm thinking about being in my nice heated cabin with a glass of something warm and somebody warm pressed up against me.
Jay, you so horny.
Hey, quit that giggling. What are we heading into here, huh? Certain death? Or was it meant to be a surprise? So hilarious. Wait, Jai? Did you just say something?
Uh-oh. Whispers. Two skeletons are lying in strange positions, as if one was carrying or hugging the other and did not let go even in death. Their gear is badly damaged. There are 3 worthy things of note. Fragments of some sort of device that both skeletons carried on their belt, some shiny trinkets in the remains of the carried skeleton's bag, and an old portable cogitator in the other's bag. Well, let's use the tech use. The cogitator has been exposed to the elements for decades or centuries. It's a small miracle you're able to extract a fragment of a Vox recording. The last communication says, "We're rich! Chaos take me rich! Fly, for crying out loud, spit it out, what have you found? Rich! Screw football, the Expanse can go to the orcs, we're out of here! Calixis, here we come!" Yeah, because with our record, Calixis is definitely the place to go. What makes you think life's better there anyway? I want a house on some planet, a mansion with a lion statue at the entrance. I'll have a servitor with one job, dusting my lion statue. Fly, you idiot. You're still on a dangerous planet. Quit sending me your hollering. Get back here or tell me what you found already. Fly. Fly? You coming? I'm coming for you, dumbass. You're not responding just to mess with me. You're dead meat. Examine the broken devices. A rudimentary radar jammer on an item commonly used by pirates in the Koronus Expanse. The trinkets are clearly of xeno origin. They're miscellaneous, time-worn items that have no particular value. One can assume they're petty trophies looted from several corpses.
Intriguing.
Sounds like I'm walking into a trap. Who am I thinking about romancing? We're probably going to romance Cabela. But I haven't really made up my mind. The answer would be everybody.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
In general. I was hitting on Solomorn for a while, just for fun. Skeleton is decayed tech priest robes, missing its right leg. Judging what remains of the bones, the leg was hacked off. It seems the person was still alive when it happened, and they reached the spot by crawling rather than walking. Legion, what are you doing?
The opportunity.
I identify Captain Sargona's blasphemous attempts to combine creations of the Adeptus Mechanicus with Xenotech as
Captain
effective
Sargona.
and thus that much more egregious.
Captain Sargona rings a bell.
I would bet a crate of amass that you were biting your mechadendrites because you couldn't poke your head inside those pirate handicrafts.
Xenos lore?
My pleasure.
An Eldari, not a human. This place has a lot of questions for me right now.
Embrace true power.
Pretty sure it was going to be the Hellbrood or whatever it was until Heinrichs killed it on Turg. Yeah. It was going to be. I did everybody in your icon playthrough, but I choose Cabela at the end because I wish I chose Heinrichs. So I'm really sad because you can corrupt Heinrichs apparently as a heretic, but only if you're a female and you romance him. And I'm a male, so I can't corrupt Heinrichs, and I wish I could because I feel like knocking down an Inquisitor would have been a good way to do a heretical playthrough. Arse. Oh my god. Alderi turrets and mines? That's not good. We do not do ranged battle well. That is like our greatest flaw as a party. Who is good at lore xenos? Jay is. Okay, I kind of want her here so she can disarm this trap. Abelard. Why don't we put you over here and you can tank those guys? Hibella. Put you there. Maybe. No, I'm not. I'm gonna put you here. She's out of range of that. Change of mind. Jay's gonna go there. Okay. This does not feel like we've got a very good plan on our hands. How come you can disarm some of these traps and not others? Oh, it's just kind of wigging out is why.
I do what I must.
Okay. That's nice. Feels like I can also do these at kind of good range.
Just as he ordained.
Wow, damn, Cabela. You're a true G.
Blades and shadows.
Oh, that used like all your abilities though. So you're just gonna run back home. Get back into cover. Oh my god!
To shirk one's duty.
What is above the thundering guns? Rogue Trader and 2 random allies start combat with temporary wounds equal to their own resolve. Man, holy smokes. Those are like dark light weapons? Yeah, dark lances. Okay. Is that going to trigger that trap? I hope not.
A tactically sound approach.
5 damage. I also forgot to put the good sword on Cabela.
An exemplary strike. It will be done.
I don't know what to give you.
Victory is imminent.
Wow. Okay, these guys are not messing around with me here. Let's get behind heavy cover with Pascal. God damn, dude. Call the bolds. Piercing shot. Overcharge. I forgot we also got like him a new weapon. Let's get a few praise out for him. Pascal's going to be like the only one who probably survives this encounter. Until the start of the next turn, the Vanguard and all allies gain 26 damage to 26 armor pen against enemies in a 2-cell radius around the Vanguard. Choose an ally. All enemies must make around this ally must make a willpower test. You have Bulwark. You've got move, move, move. Bring it down to voice of command.
I know what I'm doing, usually. How about no?
We'll take that damage reflection.
Am I getting paid for this?
Oh
10,
no.
and it is done.
Oh, you do no damage, Jay. Oh, that's the SpaghettiOs. All right, Adira, why don't we buff our dodge?
But of course.
Okay, you're fine. You did knock Cabela really far away, but... I think we'll just send the bird up here and we'll start doing some damage. I imagine mental damage doesn't do anything, but lightning damage should.
What?
I just killed my own bird. Damn it. God damn it.
Anything else? Will do.
We'll get the bird up next time. Cabela. You've been hit by something that's killed your movement speed.
Bring mercy and retribution.
So let's just sit here and buff.
Okay.
I feel nothing. Fear nothing.
Okay. I like how Jay with 69 armor just got absolutely obliterated. I can't even see. This is not even showing me the actual combat right now.
Indeed. Gray hair.
Oh,
short
Abelard,
hair.
this is not going to be enough, homie.
I will do my duty.
What's the plan here?
That's not the Seneschal's job. I'm not interested. At your beck and call.
As long as he's next to the turret, it looks like it doesn't fire. So we have that going for us. Claim that bounty. One turret down.
Request approved.
How do I know, like, how overheated a plasma cannon is? Is there a counter for that somewhere?
Desire condemns you.
Ow. Okay, Pascal just took a ton of damage. Unfortunately, I don't know why.
That is not my destiny.
God, you can't cast that.
But of course.
Give him dodge.
On it.
Give him that, and then let's just chill.
I will leave footprints of scarlet. My blade whispers.
You can get up here
your
and just start hacking this guy apart.
Let your soul be purged.
Do your best there, kiddo.
Shall not
You're doing great.
Trust me.
Spill all the blood out of that turret.
As honor ordained.
Bleeding damage.
Ooh, Pascal.
It will be done.
You ain't made for that, buddy.
At your beck and call. I will do my duty.
Guess I can't taunt that other guy. All right. Damn, dudes. Holy moly. This turret, I guess, is a pretty good shot on me is the problem right now. Though it do feel like we could probably pop it pretty well.
Vow is to serve.
Am I going to risk this? Another one of these overcharge shots?
Their will.
Comprehensively.
Am I going to risk it? Yes. Should I have? Absolutely not.
Will do.
We got that warp
Shadows will see
warp
it.
flavor
My
going.
blade whispers
Pascal's
your
like the only one who can kill things in this fight. It's very, very bad.
Trust me. Caught by the web. As honor ordained. Trust me.
This is not doing much for you right now. Ooh, no.
Tried and tested.
If she
tactics
does
are
it,
the
she doesn't
best.
lock the turret in place, so.
It will be done. I'd rather not.
Well, Abelard, you're doing great, buddy. You just keep it up. You keep up the good work, Sonny.
Victory is imminent.
You got 2 rounds, you jerk. Risky biscuits.
My blade
Probably should have moved into the
whispers your
corner so that if she dodged, it was like always still within range.
As the tenant, let your soul be purged.
Aim for the opening, hit it with a regular attack. There we go.
I would that I could.
We're gonna backflip.
The
Dance
shadows will see
macabre.
it done. No.
Dance macabre. This turret's shut down. I'm gonna cast Veil of Blades, I think,
Trust me.
because I don't trust that that guy's not gonna shoot me. I'm really glad we cast that just then.
Yours or mine.
I will do my duty. At your beck and call. It will be done.
Nice.
Anything else?
Adira's frying herself, but she's also doing a lot of damage, so I can't really deny her the satisfaction.
As honor ordains.
Oh my god, 0 damage.
Death
Yeah, you might
comes
as well
in
move
silence.
over there.
The other side away.
Blow this guy up.
I shall not fail.
Dash. Dash. Backflip
As the
into cover.
tenants demand.
Hell
As
yeah.
honor ordains.
Ow. Didn't matter.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
All right, Abelard.
Indeed.
Big A putting in the
Will
work.
do. The whispers.
Yeah, she's alive. She's fine. Don't worry about it. What's a little boom boom?
A job for me.
Turrets not run on blood? Some of them. Sometimes they do, right? We're gonna delve into the best way to take out these turrets. Oh, I guess we don't really have a good xeno specialist with us.
Damn it. I mean, just bad luck.
Or do we? You should take the shifting combi tool because that gives you an extra 20 to tech use. Boop, 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 boop. 5 toughness if intelligence is less than 35. I'm gonna actually give you that. $10 ballistic skill and 25 critical damage is actually probably better than whenever you score a critical hit, the next attack automatically hits. Loves of unbearable torment, 15 coercion. Ooh, fancy. I was coming in here for a couple of things, and I'm getting myself distracted. I was trying to figure out whether or not we had anything to give her Xeno lore, but I don't think we really do. So that's fine. Pascal, I'm pretty sure we got you a new axe. The Hammer of Epiphany can get replaced by the Omnisuz axe. 15 bonus to weapon skill and do bleeding damage. Wow, that makes you way more versatile. Okay. And we also picked up a new plasma gun. Alpha arc rifle. Oh no, we didn't take that plasma gun after. No, we did. Sorry, that the building is still being built. I had to think about that for a second. Only Adira could reset turret in melee. Oh, that was the other. Thank you. Melee is the other answer, which is I have an Alderi chainsword to give to Cabela. Currently, she has the bio dagger, but I kind of would like to maybe give her double swords. $14.17 power sword. Bloody pack. That's the one that gives her Crimson Rage. Suffer damage equal to 25% of their max wounds to regain 1 AP. Nah. Yeah, I don't know about that. $9 to $10. Yeah, I guess I could just give her double chainswords. 1 Alderi, 1 not. It means she gets to attack a whole bunch more. And then we have the Fatebringer for when she needs to do like armor piercing. All right. Vasalad, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency.
And done.
Intelligence, perception, willpower, and fellowship. Yeah, so she's actually getting a penalty to these stats right now.
Powers unseen, uncover my path.
Otherwise, she'd probably have like 100% on these checks.
My pleasure.
Pascal, there's a chest here for you to crack open.
Success is an irrefutable certainty.
Makeshift heavy xeno mesh. 2 deflection against non-human enemies, 5 wounds, 60% armor with 4 armor deflection, and a shuriken pistol. And we already have one of them. But I like that. I like that very much. Thank you.
Done. A job for me. My pleasure.
Oh yeah, man. These are all xeno artifacts. This is great for us. We could pass these off to the Casabalica and probably get access to some more loot.
Done.
Well, hell of a fight, but lots of loot. Oh, boo. No failing tests, Jay.
And done.
Okay. Transmitter. Base, you see a cogitator and a few other devices. Investigate the entire structure. You identify a number of elements in the structure, a long-range antenna of design standard for Imperial colonies, the cogitator, the Alderi beacon, and half a dozen other devices of varied origin. They have one thing in common. This tech is designed to transmit basic signals to neighboring space, the most common being requests for assistance and ship distress codes. So someone loaded this miserable place with transmitters from various races in the hopes that someone would land here and run into their welcoming committee? Clever. I saw similar tactics used in many years in the Navy. True, in a war zone you are usually on high alert. You just don't hair off after a lone distress signal. But in an isolated place like this, you expect the most likely scenario, just a ship had to make an emergency landing. It looks like plenty fell for it. Blow up the structure. Or force access to the cogitator. You managed to penetrate the cogitator's defenses. Its function is rather simple. The program is designed to activate the transmitter once every 5 years and send out a ship distress signal into space. I guess we just turned off. Do we then also want to blow it up? I guess, why not? You set off the melted charges. Without a doubt, the structure will be destroyed. Yeah, I mean, we got some extra experience.
The whispers told me how.
This is probably not the only element of the trap, it says. Oh, thanks. I'm glad we figured that out. I'm glad we figured out there's more to this trap.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Was expecting a bigger boom. Yeah, me too. It was more of a little fizzle. Pretty weak melted charge, if you ask me. All right, well, no Necrons at least. I suppose that's a blessing. Well, we might as well go this way. You are the end of this path, so... Which does make me wonder if there is a way into the Forgotten Twins. But we haven't gone up through here, so... The Silence of Mir Segrit might connect us through. I don't want to just be like wasting warp charges. Kiava Gamma has completed its chapel, giving +2 weapons. We can also install some mag trains in here. Let's do that. And with those weapons, yes. As the population of Dargonis grows, the old ways must be improved upon. The most audacious Underhive gangs will form the planet's new elite. By leaving them to fight for territory, the rogue trader will be able to select the most vicious servants. We become a bloody Underhive leader. All allies gain 5 melee damage and 20% damage to their attacks of opportunity. We get 200 RP with Fellowship of the Void. We get 9 people, which we can then use to make chemicals, which we can then use to drug the population. And we get -3 security, but we just brought back a giant spaceship to sit above this planet, so our security is absolutely ridiculously through the roofs on this planet. Oh, that's fantastic. That's some really good stuff for us. 9 people, man. That's going to be great. Did I report that you can't kill those 2 people? I did, yes. It was a bug. Two plasteel. Something tells me we're not going to get much in this system. Drugs! Stims that I will never remember to use. We discovered a cache on a frozen world. The cache was filled with suspicious drugs. One can only hope the owner will not be too aggrieved by their loss. Well, maybe we'll find them. Xenotech. This planet is laced with pulsating veins. Strands woven from pain, but what are they? An oddity of the past or a warning from the future? Man, I got 14 Xenotech. I don't think we need any more right now. An unknown ship hails you as soon as you're in detection range. The ship, the Scarlet Pursuer, helmed by Captain Demir Shanahi, has Footfall listed as its home port. The message hints transparently at a connection with the Casablanca mission. The Boxmaster adds that the captain has a proposal to you. Listen to the proposal. The ship lets you know they will readily reward you for any information about burning worlds in the Koronus Expanse. Why are you looking for burning worlds? The reply is as courteous as it is vague. The captain cites a scholarly curiosity in this understudied type of world. Upon hearing the message, Magos Pascal expresses a keen interest in burning worlds and asks the captain to take the issue into consideration. Jay immediately declares that Captain Shanahay would never dash about the void of scholarly curiosity, but only for a suitably high return. In that case, perhaps the Lord Captain too might want to look into burning worlds. Senatarian Werserian makes no comment regarding the Casablancan message, but is amazed that for once the esteemed Magos and Mr. Sadari are in passionate agreement on something. Do I just attack and plunder the void ship? You coming up, Mona? Yeah, you are. Sure, the junkies will be fine with their space stash being stolen. The last time I encountered someone who had information, I simply sold them a bunch of stuff and then I attacked and plundered them. You're right, the Casablanca won't like if I kill them, and I am trying to get in good with them. I might want to look into burning worlds. Obviously, it feels like maybe I'll get some good out of that if I do some burning world dives. I'm going to share it, man. I am trying to get in good with the pirates. 5 empty soul traps. 500 faction reputation. The ship sends out a shuttle with a promised reward. I could still attack and plunder it. You receive the Scarlet Pursuer's projected itinerary, information on systems which you can find it in later. The captain looks forward to meeting you again. All right. That felt like a good trade. Okay. I think we've been putting it off long enough. Let's go throw Heinrich out the airlock. I think it's time. I have to go get very mad at him. He killed my puppy dog. I'm gonna Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves all over him. Where are you, Heinrich? There you are.
To what do I owe this visit?
Are you satisfied with the results of your mission?
Of course. The fabricator sensor's machine was stopped. Not another soul will be sent into the mouth of the archenemy. In time, we will succeed in uncovering and stopping other schemes of the cult. We dealt a blow not only to the cultists, but to the archenemy itself. I cannot help but be pleased.
Touching the cogitator did something to you. I want to know what.
No servant of the God Emperor has closer dealings with corruption than the agents of the Golden Throne. In its quest to guard the Imperium against its foes' most devious and secret schemes, the Inquisition seeks to understand the essence of evil. It is not enough for us to burn or cut down a rotten seedling. We must study it, understand it, touch it. Every time any of us do our duty, we are risking our very souls. But when it comes to psykers, the soul of a psyker is especially enticing to the archenemy.
Maybe I should become a psyker.
The cogitator was stopped, yes. I touched an infernal machine that was created to serve chaos. I used it. I delved into the principles of its operation. That was enough. Corruption needs only the briefest brush of contact.
Mona corruption. The corruption of the big fluffy Mona cat. Are you sleeping? She's such a snoozer today. Absolute snoozer.
When I touched the cult's cogitator, I drew the thousand-eyed gaze of evil upon myself, as any agent does when they interfere in the schemes of those who serve the ruinous powers. And that evil undoubtedly left an invisible mark upon me, as it does on any acolyte who fights against the archenemy. And this will be the case every time I do my duty. I know a good deal about the fates of those who have served the throne before me. Enough to know that my path leads to one place, and one place only.
So now can I be rid of you?
Are you so certain that the cult has not spread its roots elsewhere in your domain? I fear I will have to remain a while longer, rogue trader. Besides, I am in your retinue not solely for the sake of my own mission, but also to serve as an advisor sympathetic to your endeavors. I am under orders, I remind you, to provide escort and support in deeds great and small that serve to safeguard the territories of the Imperium against its enemies.
Alright, what are you going to do next then?
My visit to Kiava Gamma did not produce answers to all my questions, but we did succeed in dealing a blow to the cult by destroying the fabricator sensor's machine.
We're going to have to like fake his death or something.
To track the sect's surviving leaders. I'm certain
or set him up, sacrifice him.
For us soon. Though small, this is a victory for the Golden Throne, and I have you to thank for it. Thank you for finding the time for our conversation.
What happens if I just ask him to leave? I'm saving because I don't want him to take all his gear if he does.
To what do I owe this visit?
So long as Lord Inquisitor Calcazar's decree remains in force, I am obliged to escort the rogue trader of House von Valancius and provide all possible assistance and support. I am afraid I cannot comply with your request.
All right. Stuck with you for now. Lousy, rotten, good for nothing. Oh yeah, we have secret data we also unlocked here. You're just cramping our style. We'd like to do a bit of Robin Graves, raising demons, double parking. Nobody gets hurt. Hand the Kiava Gamma databank over to the tech priest. Blah, 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 blah. The great mechanism has transferred the secret data into a format that you can comprehend without the assistance of a servant of the Omnisaya. Item received. Preliminary report. Active samples of the terrible disease assigned named Tech Blight The tech plate is capable of corroding matter and destroying it from within at terrifying speed. This deadly plague infects mechanisms as well as any metals and other material used as the basis. No technology known to the Crimson Priesthood, neither gifts from the great Omnissiah nor heretical products of Xenos can withstand this onslaught. The disease poisons and warps the very essence and taints the code of sacred mechanisms. The tech plate triggers an effect that is repulsive at its core. It transforms metals into horrific forms of unpredictable nature. During testing, it demonstrated the ability to fuse solid matter with organic objects, creating something new as a result. The phenomenon was named tech splicing. It's transported in ceramic capsules. Burnt clay is the only thing that can contain the pestilence. Extra caution must be taken given the container's fragility. Any damage might result in uncontrollable outbreak. Damaging the containers is unacceptable. Tests to subjugate the tech plate to his will and turn it into a weapon subject to the Omnissiah's wisdom. Success. The tests trigger an event recorded under his name. The quest for knowledge in his name will continue. Hypothesis 1, the tech plate was created in the darkness of unknown worlds, away from the eye of the great creator. Hypothesis 2, any taint that exists to harm the machine god's creation can and will be bent to his will. I wonder if that's what the Admech planet is doing. Epitaph begot the incident, that which destroyed and changed everything. The incident became the starting point. The incident breathed life and marked the beginning of all. It marked the beginning of Nomos. It created Nomos. Unacceptable deviation, violation of the sacred protocols, possibility of tech heresy. Omnissiah, shield us from all heresy. I saw a line of words along the code Nomos. What does that mean? This is a mystery. If the mechanism truly is tainted, then could it be? If heresy has taken hold of this machine spirit and scorned the Omnissiah's every tenet, then the spirit's madness could be such that it has chosen a name for itself. What was that just now? A catastrophic mistake, a heinous violation of the purity of the hallowed code. This mechanism is touched by heresy. It is branded and tainted by it. The machine spirit produces code as before, and yet, Lord Captain, heed my plea. All operation on this machine must be halted until the Aegisier Prime has inspected it. You will report this to Pascal. My knowledge is insufficient to cleanse the code of this mechanism. I will inform the esteemed Aegisier of the disturbing development. Sick. We totally corrupted our computer. Good work, everybody. Should be able to blue on blue him if you're going to full send on the heretic. There's no way the Inquisitor would let you get away with even half the stuff I've done, even if he is a rogue trader. I mean, I'm sure we're going to get the opportunity to get rid of Heinrich. He must just still be important for, like, part of the plot right now. Voyage of the Casablancan ship. Auger's anomaly. Not explored. Couple of things down there to do, but I guess we'll do that when we go back to Footfall. Zoop, zoop. A mysterious sickness struck the clan living in one of the macro cannon chambers. The disease quickly spread, causing the afflicted to writhe with unbearable stomach cramps and expire after several days of agony. Before the officers could react, the neighboring clans took the issue into their own hands and flooded the chamber with carbon monoxide. The macro cannon was put back into service, and the vigilantes were punished for subjecting the road trader servants to mob justice. Well, that could have been worse. Yeah, well, we're on a detour. Let's just pop up here. The steady rhythm of life aboard the vessel was disrupted when on the fourth watch of the voyage, the lower decks had their gravity reversed. The stunned denizens of the afflicted sector were woken up by being torn from their assigned beds and tossed onto the ceiling. Numerous injuries and fatalities were reported. The difficulty in performing regular duties due to the gravity reversal continued until the end of the journey. After the ship exited the warp, the gravity returned to normal, and the event was once again accompanied by deaths and injuries among the crew. Just casual death and injury. Yeah, nice. Okay, this connects us over here. Why you never click a link in the email? Your system could get infected by a warp entity? More or less. Scan. Phlogiston. Another mechanism fragment. That's 3. How do I feel about 5 phlogiston? I feel very good about 5 phlogiston. I feel like that's the best number of phlogiston we could get. I'm flogging. I'm gonna flodge. Oh God. Lots of goodies. Firing range of lances is reduced by 5, but their damage is increased by 30%. That could be good. Plasteel. Oh, that was a quest to get that package there. Hiding from the law. Oh, we've not been to this planet either. Before we start heading east. A warp breach! Yeah, we haven't done a fight in a while. We could do a fight. I gotta figure out whether or not Jay is gonna prove to be valuable or not. Ooh, what's your guys' deal? Incoming tox damage restores the creature's wounds. Oh, they're all really weak. But there's explosive barrels everywhere. Oh, we have plague bearers out this way. Okay. Okay. Yeah, all this cover is not going to be so good. That's some weird cover things there. Adira, I guess you can maybe help Abelard in that room. Yeah, we got a couple plague bearers.
Trust me.
Let's just blade dance this guy. 3 melee attacks. If 2 swords are equipped, the blade dancer makes 2 attacks with each one. That did not look like that's what just happened, but maybe it was.
I shall not fail.
Take a Death Whisper. One, two, three. Can I jump down there?
Against the tenets. I cannot serve you in this way.
You don't have line of sight. But it looks like you could.
As the tenets
If I moved you. Heck yeah.
as honor ordained.
Cleave will jump again.
Is a blessing.
Fortunately, he parries that one. And then let's just jump back. Hop, hop. And back to ones. Yeah, these guys are just going to throw a million gas cloud grenades for sure. And I guess shotgun the hell out of me. Adira gets knocked over. A little annoying. We're in a big old dank stank cloud. I keep pressing 2, thinking it's 3.
You've got a problem, I've got a problem.
Wow, that did not work very well. I guess I'm trying to land shots at 12%, so I shouldn't be that surprised, but...
Oh, my ears are ringing.
Crush the feeble.
Well, I mean, once there's gas clouds, there's gas clouds. It's not like them adding that many more is really going to do anything to me.
I will triumph.
All right, weird.
Guides me.
Ooh, a little voice of command. We'll do Medicaid signal. I'm probably going to have to move that over to get Adira.
One step.
Oh, maybe not. It looks like she's perhaps in range.
I need no guidance. Ruin beckons.
Okay, Cabela has like teleported a few times here now. You don't have shots on any of them? All right, well, do that instead then. $94 damage on that attack. Yes, sir. Don't mind if I do, sir.
I shall not fail. As the tenants demand.
You're going to move up on these big stinky boys. Now, that's 12 to 24. That's 15 to 17. So this is basically always going to be a better attack now. $77 damage. Hi-yi-yi.
Purpose guides me.
Okay.
Abelard.
This guy is praying.
It will be done.
How many of yous can I taunt? The 2 of yous?
At your beck and call.
Oh. There was another plague bearer I did not see. Putrid abscesses. Whenever this creature suffers melee damage, it erupts with poisonous pus. Fantastic. I'd like to get vision on that plague bearer if we could. Yeah, I'm going to drop my bounties on all 3 of them.
Cogitation failed.
Pick a bull and red away. Oh, 6 HP. Unbelievable. If I used any of my abilities there, we probably would have gutted him. Oh, that's such a pity. On the bright side,
The shadows will kill it. Brings me no pleasure.
you get to explode him.
I am your blade and shield.
I'm going to give you a regular attack here, or a charged up attack. I'm going to let you jump here,
My blade whispers
then
your
blade
name.
dance.
Let your soul be. Aim for the heart next time.
Ow. And then I think just acrobatic artistry should kill him. Nice. I was thinking as long as she doesn't miss, she should be fine. Oh my god, she still then has all of her movement because she hasn't actually done a real attack. So we can go down here. You're taking a lot of damage. Taking an awful lot of damage.
I shall not fail.
Ooh.
I would that I could.
You can't use that ability again. Oh, man. Okay. I thought she still had a melee attack left.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
More gas clouds. Adira continues to be stunned. I think those 3 are the last guys alive.
This battlefield air is good for my lungs.
Wow, man, these gas clouds are nasty.
Don't get too cocky. I can do that.
Just a minor
with the right
setback.
incentive.
Abelard. Blow that guy up. Blow this guy up. And then Jay, all you need to do is hit that guy. Try not to kill the bird in the process.
The other side.
Ta-da!
The world trembles beneath my
Brace yourself, Abelard.
So much poison damage.
My resolve is unshaken.
I mean, it doesn't really matter since we're on the ship.
I've suffered worse.
Though it is comedic. This warp breach here never became anything. I think those are the things that like the warp there's characters who can like summon more demons through them. Were those chemicals? A bunch of tox grenades is what they were throwing at me. Just getting absolutely peppered with tox grenades. Exit is here. Not bad, not bad. Lord Captain, there's been a tragedy on the Argonis. Governor Drivestem has been dedicating most of his time to restoring the astropathic choir lost to the warp storms, but the psykers he assembles were struck by an unknown affliction. They heard something and it cast them into madness. The astropaths lost sleep, started clawing at their skin to the flesh and muttering gibberish. Eventually they went completely berserk and had to be eliminated, and now only a few of the most resilient astropaths are upholding the connection to Argonis. But how long will they last? Where did they come from? Can we get more? I've received complaints that Governor Drivestem has devastated the minor astropath acquirers of the Protectorate. He scaled them down by almost half through blatant abuse of his authority. To take more people from the choirs would mean depriving ourselves of the connections with other worlds. We could try to hire sanctioned psykers from other domains, but they will be few as the road to the Imperium is perilous. We could also try getting by with the resources that we already have by seeking out fugitive astropaths and having them train as psychically active citizens of the Protectorate who show promise. A most regrettable violation of his laws, but considering our grave situation. What's the cause of the affliction? Who knows? The schemes of heretics from the Cult of the Final Dawn? The treacherous magic of the Xenos? Perhaps it was a planned diversion. Collect witches. This Rogue Trader's party gains fell bonus divided by 2 momentum when using any psyker or nav powers. Hire sanctioned astropaths. Demons, Chaos, Psykers, and Navs deal 10% less damage to the Rogue Trader and their allies, or hire unsanctioned Psykers. When Veil Degradation is equal to or more than 10, the wearer deals 5% additional damage with all psychic powers. Excuse me. willpower and perception bonus. This is what Adira does. Like, those are Adira's 2 stats. Oh man, that's really good. I'm going to ask my advisors. Astropaths are among the most finely trained servants in the Imperium who have beheld the light of the Emperor himself and gained a special bond with our master. I strongly advise the Rogue Trader recruit only sanctioned psykers who are capable of keeping their talents in check. Your lordship, Lady Theodora not only had enemies at the Expanse, but friends as well, those whom she helped out, rescued, and saved. I think these people can offer a helping hand. Among them are several powerful planetary rulers who possess both astropaths and a deep respect for your family name. There are a lot of psykers on my home planet Lyra, Lord Captain. Do you know why? There we are not despised, persecuted, or enslaved on the black ships. There we are sheltered from raids, educated, and respected. Of course, it's all done in secrecy from outside, but I can suggest which rulers to contact. Maybe the Von Valancia's family name will be enough to make a deal and obtain the better trained group of astropaths than some criminal rabble. Heck yeah, I figured that might be the case. If I asked Adira, I'd get Psychic Ward with no penalties. Yeah, I'm for sure going to take that. Lady Theodora's archive still likely holds the coordinates. I will pass the names to more cooperative rulers. Using old nav charts, the ships of Dargonis set out towards the distant planet. They returned with powerful and well-trained psykers in tow, and with news that the planet Lyra had completely succumbed to heresy in recent years, and that its location should be purged from all maps. The new astropaths were dangerous to both themselves and others. Their wild, untamed talent caused horrifying warp manifestations, but the casualties were a small price to pay to allow Dargonis to hear and speak to its master. There have been no reoccurrences of the disastrous astropathic madness, but the new astropaths have all reported hearing strange whispers ever since that first day on the planet. And we get a ton of security. Ton of people, sorry. Excellent. More psykers. Oh, yeah, she's got the Gem of Dark Vitality, but like... This is insane. 14% additional damage with all psyker powers. Yes, sir. Dara can kill everyone even faster. You can get a point there. This should allow us to also complete some contracts for chemicals. Caligos Winterscale has found out that the secret of the gas factorums had been stolen from him. He's willing to leave that unfortunate incident in the past, offering the prospect of much greater gains. He's now captivated by the idea of seizing House Corda's Nephium rings on the frozen world of Lucen's Breath. For Caligos, it would appear the profit is merely the side benefit of the opportunity to massacre a large number of House Corda's servants in planetary battle. He's offering to pay the aforementioned priceless flammable liquid in exchange for the fighting force he needs. Rogue Trader has been contacted by high-ranking admin officials who helped him reclaiming a relic of St. Cognitus from House Corda. He enjoyed the generous bribes and would like more. In exchange for the riches, he promises that an error will creep into the admin's calculations so that all provisions from the agri-world of Mercus Alpha will be shipped to Dargonis instead of the Navy's orbital forces of Dragonis. No, I mean, let's get the chemicals. We only need like 2 more people for this, but I'm not in a rush for provisions. I am in a rush for chemicals. Well, maybe not a rush, but I want to drug my entire population. The construction of a pleasure chamber will give the aristocrats a place of repose free from moral restrictions. I can only do this because we're heretical. 4 profit factor, 30 heresy. And we get replenishing Crimson Haze. This unit suffers bleeding. As long as the unit is bleeding, they get 100% critical hit damage. Yes. Yes. Drugs for the drug god. Lord Captain, the box system intercepted a distress signal coming from an Imperial vessel. The system contains a ship that belonged to the planetary fleet of Dargonis, the capital of the Von Valancia's dynasty. The transmission is repeated at regular intervals, but the message itself is corrupted. A cacophony of requests for helps, groans, and shouts. What in the world? It's your name they're shouting, Lord Captain. Well, I'm sure that's not suspicious at all. Space parts. I mean, let's go check the ship. Ooh, we have to board the ship. Hold on. Let's go collect all the space dust first. Space parts. Space parts. Space farts. And a planet. A little baby asteroid. 4 plasteel? That's not bad. It's just that we have 23 plasteel and only 2 extractums, so... I feel like until I start really needing plasteel, I am like more hesitant to do it. Meg trains. What else do we got going on? Now that we have chemicals as well, we can also do giants. Liturgies of assembly and first ignition were held on Kiava Gamma for majestic steel monstrosities, all crushing mountain teleners, harvesting mighty cargo haulers, and voracious mega harvesters. This virtuous craft is lost now, but the AdMech artisans can revive it. Then, once again, triumphant calls of Klaxons will shake the Koronus Expanse. I'm gonna get 10 mobile extractums from this? Oh, man. All right, well, maybe I will just get that plasteel. We got to get more rep with the explorers to do this. 5 tech use once per battle can be used to immediately remove all burning bleeding toxins in a 10-cell radius. More efficiency. Efficiency needs to be greater than 5 to get that. Oh yeah, okay. You're well on your way. Are you well on your way? Actually, no. I mean, I could get an event that gives us +1 efficiency. Otherwise, I've got to do this, which means we need reputation with explorers. Which means we might actually just need to trade some stuff in. Anyone made the math on the cheapest way to buy Rogue Trader? 18 CAD for the base game on 1 month of Humble Bundle. 18 CAD for the season pass on Steam. I mean, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good price deal. The Humble Bundle will also get you like whatever else is in that bundle. Which is really the best spot. How much did I need with these guys? 1,300? Oh, man. It's a lot. That's not gonna be a small amount. Oh, Drusians. What's next for you guys? A rusty heavy rock saw. Well, at least that'll be nice for Heinrich, I guess. The Imperial Navy has a bunch of trophies we can trade in. I got 3 levels out of that. Wow. Two different versions of the shields. A slower engine, but with better acceleration and braking. 9 points of damage on the 4 and 5 points on all of their sides. A Sun Hammer Lance Battery. Okay. And better plasma torpedoes. Actually not better plasma torpedoes. What's the best thing they have? Melt-a-bomb mortar. Ooh, yeah, that rules. The old Fellowship of the Void. I feel like all their stuff you have to be such a high level to unlock. They're also not what we want. We wanted Casablanca. They had some good stuff for us. Xeno artifacts. Xeno artifacts. Heretic trophies. Mechanicus creations. I am feeling like maybe I should be saving some of this stuff for the Mechanicus, but these uniform kits as well. If the wearer inflicts bleeding, burning, or toxin on a target, this target gets an additional 2 stacks of the effects. Okay, well, that's going on Heinrich. I do have a 2-handed Drukhari Clave here, but nobody can use it. Well, that's about it for right now. That do be about it for right now. Yeah, that's definitely a better choice for you than the Relic of Unknown Saints. Actually quite good for him. Drukhari Clave will be a nice toy for Cabela very soon. Yeah. I mean, I could just keep her with, like, Aldari equipment. I don't know if that's going to do more damage than that Aldari sword, but... So, 95 points of protection. Doubled against blast attacks. 80 points are doubled against kinetic attacks. $70 of it. That one can go. Or 120 for every sector. I think that's probably the better option. Because I think like a lance counts as I don't know. It doesn't really like tell you what type of damage everything is. Kinetic is obviously macro cannons. Blast attacks would be, I guess, missiles. 2B engine. 14 speed, low acceleration and braking, or 12 speed with strong acceleration and braking. Let's try it. Why not? 9 points on the 4 and 5 on all sides, or 5 and reduced internal fires. I think I'm going to keep the fireproof plating. These are trash. We can get rid of them. Those we don't need. That's a prow cannon. The Sunhammer Lance Battery. Medium range lance that does 60 to 70. Versus long range, which does 45 to 55. Wide versus narrow. Oh yeah, let's try it. Let's try that out then. It does more damage. It's a bit shorter, but it has a wide firing arc. I always struggle to hit with those, so. Hull integrity by 10. Shield strength increased by 20% on each side. Oh yeah, that makes sense. This is even better then. Like before it was getting like 8 extra shield. Now it's getting 12 extra shield. How much scrap do I have? 126. Let's upgrade new heading. Cooldown 1 to 2 turns. We might as well. We might as well. Yeah, I really don't understand why some characters say they have like special abilities here that clearly don't matter. Like, I'm pretty sure if I get that ability, Cabela will still have it. Right? Like, because... Oh, it's probably that they can upgrade that ability. That would make sense. Yeah, that's totally what it is. Grant control of the nearest torpedo, granting it 5 VMP. Oh, cool. So you can take control of torpedoes you immediately launch. That's fine. I'm not really worried about that. Pascal, you have to be in charge here. And you can upgrade, if we take shield pulse, you can upgrade that. You can upgrade new heading. You've already upgraded your warp rate. You've already upgraded the augury. Vulnerability scan. All damage is increased to 35. The weak point is never located on the opposite side of the ship. Now, the other question I wonder is, like, if I upgrade that, will it count? No, it doesn't look like it will. Okay, cool. Yeah, I learned a little bit more today. Lore, warp, and awareness. All right, ship's in good shape. We got ourselves a gutted void ship to land in. And then we have the planet of Janus and access to Yiralet, who I think will probably build as some sort of gunslinger, probably to replace Jay until we get Mazrai. We're not too far from the other companions. Honestly, we've done most of this chapter now, so we'll continue on. We'll hit this void ship. We'll go to Janus, but we're going to do it all tomorrow, because that's all that time we got for today, babies. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you back here soon.